everybody? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Bree.
And I'm Evan.
And this is Reality Check TV. Here is where we discuss some of our favorite reality shows to watch together as a couple. So if you love reality TV like we do, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime we post a new review. What's going on, beautiful people? I hope that you had a wonderful week. Happy Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we made it through another week, y'all. We did it. That's a round of applause for all of us. But we are so grateful to be back to bring to you another weekly recap of all of the reality shows that we watched throughout the week. This is just a quick fire recap. Just a couple of things that we want to just kind of talk about what we saw and just, the foolishness on TV.
Mm-hmm. I hope y'all have had a great week, and I hope y'all ready for this review because we have a lot to talk about, but in a quick pace.
Not really, but sure. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so the first show that we want to start with is the Sunday night shows, right? So this is Married to Medicine, the Potomacs. We'll start there. First, Married to Medicine. So I think it just makes sense. We just gonna go by each lady that's on the show, because I just have a couple of notes for each person, right? First things first, I want to start off with Dr. Jackie. And the reason why I said I'm going to start with her is because something is going on here. We are how many episodes in now? Like 3 or 4?
4.
Maybe 4. Something like that.
Yeah.
But regardless, Dr. Jackie has been on this show since day one. So there's absolutely no reason why we're not getting a storyline, or we haven't really even been in her house for real since the premiere. And I find it to be weird. I also find it to be weird that we haven't really seen Curtis. Like, Curtis was at the bachelor party, but then he didn't go to the wedding.
I mean, that's because Curtis is too busy. Jackie's too busy playing Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is Curtis at with other women? Because he was just in the DR, was it Columbia, the DR? Curtis, he did that thing where he acted like he got his stuff together. Now he's just disappeared again.
Yeah, I find that to be weird. I don't know if Evan is onto something, but have y'all peeped that? Like, where's Dr. Jackie?
Curtis is auditioning.
Something's not right.
Curtis is auditioning for Passport Bros. If y'all don't know what that is, go Google.
Okay, another person that I'm just kind of like, what is going on? And that's this doctor, I think her name is Dr. Alicia. It's the lady that they keep like putting the camera on, and we keep seeing her kind of like go in and out. She's at all of their group events, but we haven't been formally introduced to her. What is going on?
She's auditioning.
Still? Like, is this? But I feel like even friend of the shows get a little bit more love than they're giving her. I just don't understand. Like, if y'all are going to add her to the show, or if she's going to be a friend of the show, can we please, like, actually implement her into the cast? Like what is going on? Like, I don't know.
They're making her earn her stripes, so.
I've never seen it happen like this, though. This is some foolishness. This is ridiculous. She don't even really have no talking lines.
Hey,
like, I'm confused. Toya, I don't like you. Never have. I don't really have much to say about Toya. I just could tell that at the end of this last episode, she clearly wanted to fight with Quad. And what's funny is they're both wrong. So I just feel like, if you're going to kill each other, then that's y'all's business. But it's like, girl, and I think what aggravates Toya the most about Quad is that there's a lot of people that like Quad, and that Quad is always like forcing herself to be like the star of the show. And I don't think Toya likes that at all. And I think that's her biggest issue with Quad. And then also, like, they've taken digs at each other over the last few years. And so they just keep going. But I definitely feel like there's a little bit of jealousy there from Toya's part. But yeah.
See, when Toya pours that Patron, it's over. You know, she about to argue with somebody. She about to start. She about to piss somebody off.
Right. Now, everybody else on the show. Okay, so starting with last weekend's episode with Quad and
Heavenly.
Phaedra and Heavenly, the three of them are talking, and they like kind of discuss the wedding. Phaedra is throwing her shade about the drapery at the wedding being all wrinkled, which was like, come on, y'all, pay attention to detail. Whoever was the wedding planner, come on. Let's do better there. The programs at the wedding, like, it was just, at this point, Sweet Tea, it's like, I just feel like they're setting you up for failure constantly, for you to be like dragged by the viewers and just to be the butt of the joke for the cast. Like, it ain't even fair at this point. Just some of the things that she says, and just the fact that it's just unfortunate, because you could tell that Sweet Tea really is thinking that she is really gelling well and she mixed well with the women, but she doesn't. And she thinks that some of these women are like really her friends, and they're not. Even with Toya, girl, Toya don't know how to be a friend. Toya is not a friend. I mean, every friend that she's brought onto this show, they always end up falling out, and the person leaves the show and they end up not being friends. So I don't know how far you think that's gonna go. Heavenly don't know how to be a friend. She's not gonna be your friend. Like, she's just not. Heavenly is not going to be your friend. You are always going to be the punchline in her jokes, like always. And she's keeping you around because also she knows that it's good for the show. That's why she brought you onto the show. Like, it works. Like, you are a means to an end for these women. Simone just needs a lackey. She needs someone that isn't on her level or above, like a Jackie. You know, that's why they even had their falling out. If you let me tell it, that's my, humble opinion, that there was some jealousy there too. So that's why she really started to latch on to Toya, because Toya is not bright and Toya doesn't have anything going on. And so it's easy to kind of be like her lapdog. But Toya's a lot, right? Like, she has a lot of mouth, and she just feels like she has all of the answers, and she is able to give you some comebacks. Like, so even that's going to go but so far. So Simone needed someone that she feels like she can, like, mother and, like, try to nurture into this, like, try to add them to the group and, like, be like that big sister role. And that's the only reason why she is acting as if y'all are really good friends. Like, come on. You're not friends. And everybody else isn't pretending to be your friend. So it's just kind of like, it's unfortunate. It really is. It really is. But Sweet Tea, girl, she did mention that for their honeymoon, that her that what's his name? Dr. G. Dr. G and Sweet Tea, they had sex like 3 days into being on their honeymoon. And it seems like because she's having some irregular bleeding, and so I'm assuming this is when the fibroid storyline is going to start to come in. I know that I have heard just from like Carlos King's podcast or YouTube and him meeting with a lot of the ladies that there are going to be some complications with Sweet Tea trying to get pregnant. Because I know, well, we all know that was her goal, to really secure the bag. First mission was getting married. Did that. Check. Next, have his baby. Check. And we don't have a check yet. So she's trying to make that happen. But I don't know. There might be some health issues going on there. So when Quad and Phaedra and Heavenly meet up at Quad's house, Quad's main issue with Heavenly is she feels like, girl, like, you are now besties with my ex-husband's new wife. Like, where's the loyalty, girl? Like, where's the loyalty? Heavenly ain't checking for that. She like, this is a show, okay? This is a show. Quad, you know what I'm doing. Like, get out your feelings. Yes, we're friends, but you know this is for the show. Like, let's stop playing that game. But really, deep down, it's also the fact that Quad taking accountability for her actions as well. Heavenly was on Carlos's show just this past week, and she basically said, like, when they stop filming, Quad goes ghost. Like, they don't hear from Quad for real, for real. Like, she be traveling and be on vacation with, like, the Real Housewives girls. And, like, she has this air about her, like, y'all are kind of, like, beneath me. And when the cameras are up and they're filming, that's when they start to hear from her. And so that's really their biggest issue as a group with Quad. And the fact that they're not really having that hard conversation, but just kind of like dancing around it, is just making it seem like they are trying to ice Quad out. But that's just not the case. And we do get that air from Quad. Like, listen, I like Quad. Another day one for Married to Medicine. I love her personality because she's super extra, and I think it's funny for TV. But at the same time, she does have this air about her on the show of trying to be top dog, right? And I think Mariah and Quad battled with that position for so long as Mariah was on the show. And now that Mariah is no longer there, I feel like Quad feels like she naturally holds that position alone, and like she don't have to battle with anybody else. Like, she rightfully so earned her stripes. Even when it came down to them doing this whole theater performance with the rebirth, right? Like, there was Mother that was engraved in on the casket. And I was like, why do they have Mother there? And it's because she want to be Mother. Okay? Y'all know what that means. She want to be Mother of the show, of the production. This is me. I am here. She is me. Girl. And it don't gel well with the other ladies. And that's just what it is. And Quad, we see you, but it ain't gonna work. I do love you on TV. I do feel like this is gonna go but so far. How long are you going to be able to last on the show when it's really obvious that you don't really have genuine friendships with the rest of the ladies? I could tell that her and Phaedra, they clearly have a genuine connection even before Married to Medicine. So that makes sense. But even, her and Heavenly, I feel like they just kind of go like back and forth. They have like a frenemy relationship sometimes. So she just needs to be a little bit more open. If you want to stay on this show, like, you have to just kind of like play the game a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, Quad, coming out the casket, this whole rebirth was so theatrical, but that's nothing short of Quad.
Oh my God.
It's funny because the women, the girls, they're in the stands looking like, really? Like, this is... Phaedra, I thought we were coming to like a little party or some type of social. You have us in a funeral home. And the fact that Quad pops out and the ladies are rolling their eyes. And Quad's, like I said, she's symbolizing this as a rebirth. Let's restart our relationship. Let's bury the hatchet on a lot of stuff.
Barely.
But girl, do you understand what women you're talking to? Because Toya's not letting a damn thing go. You already know Simone gonna say something. Dr. Jackie seemed like she wasted her time because she could have been out. She could have been out talking to the FBI about where Curtis is, but instead she at this damn funeral home. Heavenly just looked like, what the hell is this? Like,
no, she was cracking up laughing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the hell? But she thought it was funny. And Big T, she's like, damn, I just have to keep seeing this man's ex-wife. Well, Big T, know what you signed up for, because this is what was going to happen.
Sweet T also looked very confused. Like, she was just like, wow, like, is this real?
Does this happen regularly here?
She's just happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here.
She really thinks these people are her friends. I can't.
But yeah, Quad is theatrical. Dang, Quad, I don't know if you can top this one. We'll see what you got going on next episode. But
the whole rebirth situation, let me just say, again, y'all gonna be mad. And y'all, every time I say this, I guess it translates to me being a Phaedra stan. And that's not what it is. I just think that she is just reality show gold mine. I really do. I just feel like she just knows exactly what to do. This was all a part of her plan. It was theater mixed reality TV mixed in with scripted series.
Mm.
Bam. Like she was giving you lights, camera, action, script. Let's go, right? She had her butler or house manager or whoever that little young boy is that live at her house that be doing tasks for her. I don't know. But she had everybody dressed in black, these two guys. And she has on her scarf. She's giving you black shades. And she's getting in the car. She's giving you slow walk. I think she also had a dog.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I don't know, but she looked like a madam, right? So it was giving drama. Let me go and give y'all these invites to this rebirth, and you guys don't really know what it is. And then also let me intentionally leave out sweet tea because I know one of these heifers gonna bring her, specifically Toya. It was all a part of her master plan. Because what does she know how to do? Reality TV. Bam. She's like, I know how to do this. Are you kidding me? Like, I am the producer. Dance puppets dance. You guys are all my actors. It was so extra. But I also like extra. So it's funny, but it's also corny. It was also like, y'all, like, how did we end up here in reality TV? Quad popping up out of the casket was just, I cannot. But going back to Phaedra, when her ass was giving her speech and she was saying, oh, how we're all intelligent women, you know, we do teeth, we do vaginas, we do tennis experts. I said, Phaedra.
Because Toya can't do a damn thing besides drink that Patron. All right, y'all. And the only other significant thing that happened in this episode was another stressful conversation between Simone and Cecil, who has no clue at any time what they're talking about when they're filming. You know, Cecil looks like he's just always in a rush to be at the house and go spend Simone's money. So, but pretty much this was another conversation about their 26-year-old, in which, you know, Simone's pushing again independence for her sons. And, you know, they're having on one side, their parenting recently has been kind of more one-sided. It has not been balanced. Cecil does not talk to Simone about his interactions with the sons, what he tells them, activities, all that stuff, and how things are going to go. And Simone feels left out. She's like, you know, I'm hoping as parents that you would come and have a conversation with me first so we can do this together instead of you just being the one trying to help them out with this, help them out with that, do this or do that, direct them. Because this conversation came about an internship. Because I believe the internship, would it affect his graduation?
I don't know.
Because the big thing Simone said was, all right, so you're saying this, and that, but is he going to graduate next spring? And if he doesn't, she's like, what if he doesn't? And Cecil's like, well, if he doesn't, then, you know, blah, blah, blah. And you know, Simone's like, well, I just want to know what your story's going to be next time when it doesn't happen. And you know, it's crazy because while they're in the confessional, the son calls Cecil and asks him, did he get a verification code to his phone? And once again, I can go ahead and tell you guys what's about to happen. Cecil and the son talked about something without going to Simone. And when they go to Simone, it's good because they need Simone to pay for something.
All right. Well, here's my opinion. First of all, we're going to have this conversation, I can tell, all season. Between this and Love and Marriage Huntsville, the conversation about parenting, privileged kids it's going to be a constant topic, and I'm here to constantly have it because I don't want to be misunderstood about where I stand on this topic, even though I feel like I've made myself clear. But, you know, always here to clear some things up. First and foremost, let's start with Simone and Cecil not being on the same page about parenting these kids or these now adults, right? To me, that can be mistake number one, because without it being from a malicious place, kids are able at a very young age, they are able to peep that, they are able to see, okay, mommy and daddy not on the same page. Like, I know for a fact I can go to dad and get him to do A, B, and C. My mom is gonna give she gonna get a pushback. But if I get him to agree, then I can do it, right? So then they're able to then learn how to manipulate situations and conversations, and they just know exactly how to manipulate each parent. So it's very important that the mom and the dad are united front, and that any decisions that are made together as parents. That's just my personal opinion, y'all. Okay. I'm not a parent, but I've been a child. I've been a teenager. And I'm still somebody's daughter. And I'm just saying that I know what I know from a child's standpoint. Mom and dad need to be on the same page. Mm-hmm. Simone and Cecil, they not even in the same book. Like, and that comes with a lot of stuff. Like, I just feel like Simone is over there and Cecil over there.
Cecil's at the golf course.
Like, I just don't think that they align on a lot of things on how to raise and maintain a family. Right. I just don't think that they have the same beliefs. I just don't. Like, I just don't.
Nope. Cecil's loving the good life. That's all. He just looks like he enjoys golfing, hanging around the guys. Simone make my money.
And I don't know, because I'm not trying to say that Simone is all about money, but I feel like that Simone has a lot of drive. She seems very independent. Like, she's also like a go-getter, right? If we're just talking about her work ethic and just kind of how she presents herself, and I feel like what doctor isn't an ambitious person, right? Like, I mean, anybody that has to go through medical school, like, you have to kind of be self-sufficient, independent, you have to have drive, like all of those characteristics. And it's just like, no shade, but I just feel like Cecil is complete opposite. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying it looks like he is just like a bum, but I just feel like he has to have people push him. Specifically women. I think that he has a very interesting, and it's coming off unhealthy relationship with women. I always just keep going back to that friendship, that inappropriate friendship that he had with the female friend. And it was just kind of like, dude, like, I'm not understanding if your wife is telling you that this person is interfering with your marriage. I don't understand why you're struggling with creating boundaries and removing this other woman from your life. It doesn't make any sense. But I think that he is easily influenced by women, and he just he doesn't really advocate for himself. I also feel like he just doesn't have much drive. I just think that he's cool with just being cool. Mm-hmm. Like, he just there. He just riding the wave. And he's trying to raise his sons to be the same way, where they don't really make decisions on their own, that they have to be told what to do. They don't really have they don't have to take accountability for anything. They don't really have to be responsible for anything. That's just what it's giving, right? And it seems like you're trying to just raise your sons to be that way. This whole like, oh, Simone, you were on the fast track. They're slower. Your son is about to be 26. And I think in real time, he is over 26 or exactly 26. Like, yeah, the leasing office, they don't care about you being a slow learner or you being on a fast track. They don't care. The bills are going to bill. Like, nobody cares about that. You have to teach your kids or raise your children how to be able to exist in this world. And you're not doing that. And it's like, what do you think? It just doesn't make any sense. There's no plan. He seems like he's just like, oh, like, you know, if he doesn't graduate next year, okay, oh well. Like, no. Like, you guys are the ones that are flipping the bill for him to remain in school. Like, that needs to come with a level of accountability because you're paying for school. If he wants to take his time in school and just continue to be in college and be a forever student, that can be his business. But then he then needs to be responsible for paying for his tuition. That can be the end of that conversation. Like, you know, it doesn't really need to be complicated. It just doesn't. So anybody that's saying like, yeah, not everybody graduates within the 4 years. I said that last week. But at the same time, guess what I had? I had a job since from freshman year up until my senior year, and I had multiple internships all within the same time. At one point, my senior year, I was doing 18 credit hours. I also had a job, a part-time job, and 2 internships. It's not about the money. It's about the skills, life skills, and the preparation for the real world that you are supposed to be getting during this very pivotal time in a young person's life. That 18 to 25, that is a really, really important time for development skills, for social skills, for networking. Like, it's very important. And my thing is you are not doing your son you're doing him a disservice of sheltering him and stunting his growth on experiencing those things and just learning how to be independent. Like, I mean, I have to just go back to those scenes of like, what was this, like a season or two ago, with Simone bringing out the whiteboard and trying to do like a chart of like responsibilities in the house about cleaning up their room and taking out the trash. Like, come on, y'all. Like, no. Like, no. And for Cecil to be on a different page than Simone with things like that, to me, there's just no excuse. You're raising your sons to be bums, and that's not what you want.
Cecil's parenting skills. He's trying too hard to be buddy buddy with his sons. You know, I don't know if he's trying to be the favorite parent or trying to be the so-called cool parents, and the so-called cool parents seem not to parent their kids. They're just more on trying to, I, I don't know how to say it, but have their kids feel like, oh yeah, my dad cool. That's my hero. That's my boy. That's my dude. Um, and like I said, I don't know. You know, that whole thing, the good cop, bad cop, when it comes to parents,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that does not seem to be working for them. Cecil's making it so easy by his actions about how he communicates with the guys and how he goes about things with them, to the point where they're not going to Simone for stuff. And that's because Cecil.
Mm-hmm.
When there's certain stuff that they should be going to because it impacts her. And if it's going to impact her wallet, she needs to be the first one they need to go to anyways. Cause Cecil, you know, ever since they had that little bull crap, get back together on your reunion where they're divorced, everybody cries saying, "No, don't get divorced. Y'all need to stick it out." Blah blah blah. You know, Cecil's still been on the same shit. It's like all he cares about is either golfing, being with the guys, or just, I don't know, just lounging around. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
you know.
And then in the same breath, talking about he's trying to create generational wealth. That's not what you're doing. The complete opposite.
But no, Cecil's too lackadaisical with his sons, and like I said, he's not. You know, kids need their mother and their father for certain roles. You know, sons do need their fathers, and you know, it's one of those things where Cecil right now, it just seems like he's doing more damage than good for them right now, because he's not setting them up for a realistic world. Like, he's setting them up to continue to be babied by mom and daddy, where we're paying your rent, paying your bills, or you need this, you need that. You're not creating independence. And like I said, it'll come bite Cecil in the ass later. And you know, he'll try to,
Yeah.
and I want to know if he'll take accountability and responsibility for why some things are the way they are
Yeah.
because of his styles. But we'll see with that.
Last thing with Married to Medicine, the little fight. I guess that was a little fight between Sweet Tea and Heavenly. I don't even know if it was real 100%. All I know is Heavenly start off by saying, I ain't even do nothing, sweetie. Why you take me off the list at your wedding, girl? Like, why you want to fight me? Why you want to beat my ass? I don't understand. And then here goes Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea's like, well, you were saying that I shouldn't get married or talking negatively about my marriage and all this other stuff. And she was like, I speak negatively about it. I just said that you were rushing into it based off of the knowledge that I have and the experience that Quad had with Dr. G, and like he's controlling and that there's communication issues, all of these things that she said. And they just went back and forth. And Sweet Tea was like, well, you said that you threatened to bust Damon's head over the head, or bust him over the, what did she say? Bust him with a frying pan, bust him in the head with a frying pan, something like that. And Heavenly's like, okay, wait a minute, bitch. Now look at little girl. She tried to little girl her. She tried to son her. That's what she really tried to do. And then Sweet Tea got up like she was about to fight. That wasn't going to happen. And then here go Heavenly. You know, y'all, she Miami for real. So she like, girl, I'll beat your ass. Please stop. I'll give you the ass whooping that your parents should have. And she said she got daddy issues. And, you know, Heavenly, Heavenly gonna take it there. So that was just funny. But we're going to see what happens. Okay, real quick. Potomac. I don't got much to say. Wrong road. Wrong road. Wrong road. I mean, I'm not doing this with y'all or them. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it with them. This whole debate of whether knowing somebody versus knowing of somebody, all of that, I'm not doing this. You're playing in my face. I said it last week. I think the whole world has said it. Whoever is watching Potomac, we already know NECA got on the show she tried to get on the show by saying that she knew Wendy, that they were friends. Wendy said they not friends. She don't know her like that. NECA caught wind of that, got upset, told her family. Wendy told her family, like, hey, this girl is on here. She's trying to come over here because Ashley and them putting her up to it. She's trying to be my adversary on the show. I think it's about to be some BS. That's what had happened. Then it was the feuding. NECA's cousin-in-law. Her cousin-in-law is friends with Wendy's sister, or was friends with Wendy's sister. They fall out and made the situation even worse. Then NECA decided to take her happy ass and have a conversation with Forehead. That didn't go well. Any conversation with Ashley is never going to go well. That ended with Ashley being messy, taking it back to Wendy that, hey, NECA's over here talking shit about your family. Wendy went to her family and said, hey, this bitch is doing exactly what I said she was going to do. She's over here talking about us, talking about we got shrines, we got, we a part of this crew over here and blah, blah, blah. Right? All of that extra stuff. NECA, girl, you are a liar. You're just a liar. And how on earth can anybody believe what you are saying about anything when you're even lying about something as simple as your age? Because the bitch said to us in her confessional and to the doctor that she was 35. Now we fast forward to the end of the episode with Wendy and NECA going back and forth, and she flat out says, in my 40 years of life, I've never experienced blah, 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 blah. So, bitch, are you 35 or are you 40? And that's not a little white lie. That's not her just like being confused and like just, getting her words mixed up, because I ain't never. Bare minimum, people will always say like, oh, if you are 40, you just turned 40, you might start saying, you're 39. Because, you used to. You just had a birthday, you're trying to we all have done that. Like, I'm still saying, like, I'm 29. Then I catch myself real quick and be like, oh, no, I'm 30. So it wasn't that. There was a 5-year gap. The bitch is lying. If you're lying about something like that, girl, I don't want to talk to NECA no more. I don't want to talk to her. I've already said that this is gross what they're doing this season with this storyline. It's really dark. It's not fun to watch. I feel like it's not our business at all. And I feel like it also has crossed boundaries. It's doing too much. I'm not doing it. No more. Can't do it. All because y'all wanted to prove that y'all are not colorists. And it's not working in your favor.
I don't know, Nick. You trying a little too hard. Once you got on this show, you're trying a little too hard to have this thing with Wendy. Um, it's really one of those things where it's really far left. We're talking about shrines. We're talking about hoodoo, voodoo. Somebody putting a target on your back. I knew this person. She's lying. It's too much. You just got on the show. Why are you going so hard so early? Like, you think that you would gradually let us know a little bit about you before you cause a terrorist attack, but we didn't take that route. So we know little about you, but what we do know is the chaos you're trying to start. So great way to introduce yourself. And your husband arguing about Facebook, so that doesn't help
Right.
either.
So now he look like a bitch.
That,
Like,
that
what
doesn't
did
help
you
either.
think?
That does not help either. So
It's not. It's
let
not helping.
let Ashley continue to boost your head. Let Giselle cheer for you on the sideline. Let Mia laugh at you. Laugh while you're talking to Wendy. But you looking like a whole ass.
And that's the real gag, though, right? The real gag is the four of them bitches, Giselle, Ashley, Mia, and Robin, the liars of the housewife franchise. I mean, these hoes get on this show and they make up whole like theater productions. And they want to call out somebody else lying. That's the real gag. Like Giselle and Ashley and Mia at the beginning of the episode, and they're talking about like, I believe Nneka. Like, why would she lie about that? The same reason why, bitch, you still lying about Chris and you having that conversation from what, 2 years ago? Oh, by now, it has to be like 2 years ago. Because y'all lie. Same reason why your road dog, Robin, is still lying. Like, she's still lying. Y'all talking about the wrong things. I don't want to talk about Nneka and Wendy no more. Can we go back to that? My thing is, Robin was sitting right there at the end of the episode. Why are we talking to Nneka? Let's talk about the fact that Robin is still lying. They go to this trip to Austin, Texas. Ashley is the one that plans it. And Robin gets the better room or the penthouse suite because of everything that she went through this year. The bitch is a liar, so she got rewarded for lying. Oh, Robin been through so much this year. Bitch, what are we talking about?
It looks like in the previews, it's about to catch up with her because she's about to get called out in front of the group.
Yeah.
About withholding information.
She crying on the sidewalk.
Yeah. But Robin, like I said, this was gonna catch up with you because you look stupid, and even your buddy Giselle got tired of it. So even she's been speaking out, trying to talk to you and have these things with you about it. I don't know why Forehead gave her that special room. I guess she wanted to have isolation and talk to Juan on the phone to hear more bullshit. But
Forehead gave her that room because you know why she gave her that room. They're butt buddies, all of them, but you're little liars. And then Mia, just shut up and eat your food, girl.
Just as slow as a snail.
Just shut up and eat you shouldn't have no commentary for nobody.
And then there's another scene, I guess they're sitting poolside, where I feel Giselle went definitely overboard. About, Karen brought up the elephant in the room with Candace and Giselle. And Candace pretty much said that how Giselle, what she's trying to do is she's trying to stay quiet and act like she's not there, hoping that it'll push Candace to not want to be around.
Right.
And Candace said, no, my black ass is going to be right here.
Right.
And Giselle claims, for the safety of myself and my kids, my mansion. You called a mansion your bunker.
She said mansion.
That I'm just not gonna associate with Candace. Giselle's just such a dramatic, man. Like what?
Giselle is a nightmare.
The safety of you and your kids. Candace ain't gonna touch
But this evil evil woman is going to be in her confessional still to this day, still saying that, Candace, your husband, Chris, he made me go into a room and he made me close the door. Bitch, he made you. So you still on this. Like, you still with your little whack ass innuendos about sexual assault. Like, you were sexually assaulted. It's beyond me. Like, you still don't get it, bitch. You still don't understand how this is a problem.
Well, no, the thing is, she knew she lied. The thing is, she can't go back on it. So she has to keep going.
But she's continuing to put sugar on shit, though. Constantly. The story gets more and more like, oh my God, I was taken advantage of.
She can't change the story. Or the spider already looks
and my kids. My kids, they're threatened.
Yeah, they need to be threatened by that house you got.
I was sexually assaulted. That's what she need to worry about. If you was worried about your kids' safety, you wouldn't have your kids at that construction site.
Yeah, that lopsided house that look like it's about to slide over.
Right. Bitch, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you no more.
But y'all know, like I said, other little scenes this episode. I mean, we didn't really care about Wendy and her little husband's therapy session. Wendy. No, I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, I was about to say.
What's Airhead's name again?
Mia.
Mia and her husband's little therapy session. I told Brie I feel like this is Mia's plan because she's trying to build that rapport of we're not doing well due to he lost the business and the money's not there no more, which is why she was there. So this is part of her plan to get ready to divorce. In real time, look what happened. But, this was part of the plan. You got to build that rapport, that paper trail. You got to show the steps because, like I said, Mia was with for the lifestyle. The lifestyle's gone. There's no reason for her to be there. And so, y'all, we brought up last week to y'all about Squid Games on Netflix. And if some of you guys took a peek at it, let us know how you feel in the comments about it. But we actually just finished watching the final episode this week.
It was horrible. I'm so mad about that show. It was so bad.
To give y'all rap, there's 3 contestants left, 2 guys and a girl. They were caught off guard because they were having so-called the final dinner of their little journey, in which after they got done eating, there was a little mini game in which there were 3 shapes. I think one was a triangle, a circle, and a square. And somebody had to, press one of the buttons. Now, the thing is, if you pick gray, there was no consequence. You pick green, you get to pick somebody to go to the last game with you. You pick red, you're eliminated. And so, I don't know her name, but we're just going to say the woman, because she was the only woman there with the 2 guys. She says she wanted to go first, in which she picked the middle shape, in which she got a gray color, which means no consequence. And so after that, one of the guys, he decided to go up there, and I believe he picked the square, because I remember Bree kept saying he needs to pick the square, and he actually got the red, and he got eliminated. It is kind of sour to go out by probability and something out of your hands. It's like I bet he's still thinking about today. Like I should have picked like the damn circle. But hey. Okay. And so only 2 people left, one guy and the girl. And their last activity out of everything was to play rock, paper, scissors for $4.6 million. Now here's the thing though. There was a bucket of keys in which anytime the winner of rock, paper, scissors got to pick a key and they had to walk over to this vault and they had to have the right key because the right key of course will open the vault. But there was a bunch of other keys too that were wrong. So they just had to keep playing until a winner drew the right key. And the woman drew the right key, in which bummed both of us because how she played this whole season was so trash, so manipulative, and she just skated the whole time.
Yeah, so the show, y'all, we recommended it to you guys. If you like competition shows, you like a little bit of drama and like suspense and all of that good stuff, like it's a really fun watch. But it started to get real aggravating the last few episodes because the game started to be more about what you said about it being just probability. Probability, and just like it was just all about luck. Like rock, paper, scissors, like come on. Like it wasn't. I just feel like for the cash prize to be 4.6 mil, I just expected for the finale to be a little bit more, I guess,
difficult.
Yeah, like just more
to it.
I felt like it should have been also more physical. But I did not like that. I didn't like that whole aspect of, basically you get to choose who leaves and like all of that stuff at the very end. I just feel like it should have been like every man for himself, and like really it's up to how you play a game, and that's what's going to get you further.
Yeah.
But I did not like that aspect of the show, because it really is like it's hard to really root for somebody or for even a group of people, because more than likely they're not going to make it to the very end, because it's all about luck.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. But Evan said he gonna sign up for next season.
Yeah, they put a little thing at the end of the episode that said the website to go sign up for it. So I'm gonna go sign up. What you mean? Come bring this money home.
Yeah, but yeah, I hated the fact that lady won, because she was so shiesty. Did not like it. I hate that she won that money. But whatever.
So y'all, that's all we watched this week. We are waiting for some new shows, some new recommendations from y'all.
Yeah.
We're always open to watch something new, give something a try. We have a little rule where we try to give at least something about maybe 2 to 4 episodes before trying to figure out if it's or an eh. But we're open. Let us know in the comments. Y'all be sure to listen in the comments how y'all feel about, all 3 shows we touched on. Squid Games is over with, so can't say we're going to watch that again. Right. But I do feel like that's going to be a show that there's going to be many seasons of. I feel like it's gaining some popularity.
Right.
But y'all be sure to watch Potomac and Married to Medicine on Sunday.
Y'all don't have to.
As we will. And we will be here to review as always.
More so Potomac, not Married to Medicine.
But, you have anything for our viewers?
No, we also, I think eventually we'll also sprinkle in some scripted shows that we watch as well into this, because the reality TV girlies are just not doing it for me. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. Thank you guys for joining us for another weekly recap. Mm-hmm. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Be safe. You usually do the closing, so I'm sorry.
I think we can switch places this time.
Oh, you want me to end?
Do my part and I'm going to do your part.
Okay, I got you. Yes, so please be safe this weekend, guys. Make sure to cover up because it is cold outside. What else do you be saying that's real corny? Like, drink your hot chocolate. Stay on the sidewalk. You be saying random shit. But we love you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Now let me do Bree's corny ass outro. Bye.